Hey, what's up, guys? Randall from Odds Jam back with you on a Friday night. Going to take a look, see what's out there. We've got a couple of college football games, I believe, still yet to kick off. Washington, UCLA, New Mexico, UNLV. Washington, UCLA, pretty big time matchup. 15th ranked Washington against UCLA on the road. So first time these two teams have been undefeated when they play each other in a very long time, I believe I just heard. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. We'll hop over here to the EV page, take a look, see if there's anything out there for this game. So one thing I want to show you, we can turn these recommended filters off, and let's just say we want to make a bet on that particular game tonight. So we're looking to bet, either Washington or UCLA. So what we can do is we can come here to the game, and we can type in Washington, and we can see if there's any EV bets out there. And so it looks like, as of right now, the only EV bets for Washington are in the Washington-Dallas game. So nothing tonight on that game. We can go ahead and search New Mexico as well. This is probably one of my favorite features because, you have the ability to look instead of just placing a bet. Like if any of you are planning on watching New Mexico and UNLV tonight, there's no reason to just throw a dart and hope that whatever you bet hits. But instead, you can come here and you can find, a profitable bet. And so if we look at this, New Mexico, UNLV, it looks like over 43.5 here has a little bit of value on FanDuel. We can take a look into that and just see, where the market is as a whole. And so when we look at this, the main line is actually 44.5. And so we're actually getting some really good value here. We're getting a full point of value, and, we're laying 115 where the average odds are minus 128. So we can take a look at this and see. My Kelly calculator is all screwed up because I had to lower it. I have so many bets in this weekend that I've been placing throughout the day and on these streams. So it's telling me to bet, $5 on FanDuel, but we'll jump over there real quick. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. We'll bet more than that on that tonight. We'll go ahead and get logged in real quick, and then I will find that game. Feel free to tail along with this. This looks like a really good bet in terms of the market and everything that we're seeing. So go ahead back to sharing my screen. I've got FanDuel pulled up. So we'll see if we can find this bet on the college football page for tonight. UTSA, Middle Tennessee going on. That game was pretty interesting to me just simply because Middle Tennessee was coming off of a big win against Miami as an 18-point underdog, and then they were catching 4.5 tonight. So thought that was interesting. Looks like you can actually take them plus 7.5 right now if you wanted to. We'll take a look at the live odds here in just a second and see if there's anything out there. But New Mexico over 43.5 again looks to have some value. So we'll just go ahead. We'll throw 25 on this. We'll go ahead and place that. We've placed the bet now. If you want to, you can add that to your bet tracker here, put your amount staked. You can save that, and it will go into your bet tracker, and it will grade it automatically. So now what we've done is we've placed, a mathematically profitable bet on this game tonight that we're going to watch. We don't have to just pick something random and bet. We actually have something that has an edge. So that's a really cool feature. Again, you can search them. You can search whatever game. Chiefs, Bucks, that's a pretty big game on Sunday night. You want to bet on it, but you don't know what to bet. Well, go bet Mahomes under 25.5 completions. You can get that at even money. All of the other books, minus 125, minus 120, average odds, minus 121. So getting a very, very good deal on Mahomes under 25.5 completions. I did want to show you this promo very quickly on DraftKings. Going to try to do this on some live streams as well. I'm not logged in, so I don't know if it will actually show it to me. Let's see here. Doesn't look like it's going to, but I do know, 100% profit boost in MLB tonight. You still got time to get that. That I definitely know is out there. They had a college football boost as well. Again, I'm not logged in. There it is right there. Friday Night Lights boost. And then the other boost that's out there, I'll just take a look here on my phone that I was looking at earlier. I'm not seeing it show up, and actually it may be expired now. But it was Josh Allen over 1.5 touchdowns at even money. Normal price on that -210. That was a $50 max bet. So I thought it was going until 8 Eastern, but I thought it was going until 9 Eastern. Maybe it was 8 Eastern, but that was a really good bet. We can look at that and see if you were to bet that. Again, Josh Allen, we look at the passing props. Over 1.5 touchdowns is -110, and we can compare that with other books and say, they're giving us even money. Is that a good bet or is that a bad bet? And if we just look at FanDuel, and I'm not going to look at all these books because we know this is a good bet, but if you look at this, passing touchdowns for Josh Allen over -210 on FanDuel as well. So really, really good value there. Over 1.5 at even money on DraftKings. Again, not sure if that promo is still going, but if it is, be sure to jump on that. As always, if you guys are watching, you have any questions, feel free to throw them in the chat. Happy to answer those for you. We'll take a look here and see San Diego State +154 on FanDuel, 33% EV. Let's see if we can get that one in because that looks like a really, really good bet. Shoot, looks like it locked. So you can see, these odds move very, very quickly. This would have been a very, very good bet if we would have been able to get that in on San Diego State. Marlins +0.5 on the first half run line. We can take a look at this. I really wasn't prepared to do a lot of live betting, but we'll see if we can get one of these in. +0.5 in the first half inning or first 5. So +0.5 -136. Come over here, +0.5 -148. So the odds have actually shifted. I would actually want to make sure that was still EV. I'm not seeing it now. Under 5 -132. That's just a 1%. So again, just looking for some live bets out there, seeing if there's anything. We'll go ahead and hop over here to the ARB tool real quick. I'm going to turn off. I'm going to take the live off and just look to see if there's anything. Here's one right here. Dameon Pierce over under 1.5 receptions for the Chargers Texans game. If you wanted to bet, $100 on Caesars, you wanted to bet $100 on FanDuel, you're going to make a risk-free $10. So Chargers Texans, we can just see if that one's out there. And the reason that arbitrage exists is because one of these sports books is wrong with this line. So Dameon Pierce over under 1.5 receptions. So let's see, total receptions, Dameon Pierce over under 1.5. So it looks like that one has since moved. It was +112 on the under. So you've got to be quick to get these ARBs in if you're planning on hitting them. But you can see there's one out here for New Mexico +3.5, UNLV -3.5. So we can take a look at that. I think that was the first quarter. We'll just see if that's an opportunity to bet. Just to show you again, you can make risk-free money. +3.5, -3.5. So that's -104 on FanDuel for New Mexico. So that is there. If we go over here to MGM, we'll go ahead and log in and we'll hit this just to show you that you can actually do it. So I'm going to log in, see if this bet is still out there. College football, New Mexico State, upcoming games. So here we are going to the quarters. We're looking at -3.5 +120. So +120. So we got right New Mexico +3.5, UNLV -3.5. So +120 plus -104. So we'll just do $100 on FanDuel, and we're going to do 90. What did it say? 90. Or we're going to do 9. We'll just do 90 on MGM. So we got UNLV -3.5, New Mexico +3.5. So we bet that, and we just bet that, and we just bet it. So we just hit, an ARB opportunity on here. Now, we didn't hit it for a lot, but, 3.5%. We bet New Mexico plus 3.5 minus 104. We bet UNLV minus 3.5 plus 120. So we just locked up basically a risk-free $7. Now, you might be saying, that's not a whole lot, but let's just take a look and let's just say that we were able, let's say we had $1,000 bankroll and our average was 3%. Now, again, those are very, very rare ARBs, and the fact that we were able to get it in was pretty rare as well. But if we do $1,000, our interest rate, is 3%. We get 3% daily. I mean, you can see the return on that. That's an insane amount of money if you're reinvesting it every day. So that's a little unlikely and definitely not something you can do long term. But let's just say that it was 0.8%. You can still see with $1,000 you invest it daily, you're going to make 17 grand. So again, this is not something that you can just do forever and ever, but it is something that you can do to make some risk-free money. So again, it's still here, minus 104, still here, plus 120. So, I mean, if you're on MGM, you're on FanDuel, you want to make some risk-free money, first quarter point spread. That's how you can do it. So let's go ahead. Let's take a look at this college football game for tonight. If you guys have any questions, feel free to throw them in the chat. I'd be happy to answer those for you. Washington, UCLA, again, this is the kind of marquee game of the night. The best odds out there if you're going to bet Washington, if you're not in Canada, MGM on the money line, minus 135. Say Pinnacle's sitting at minus 134. If you're looking at the average odds, this would be considered a decent bet with Washington on the money line. This could be considered a decent bet as well. You're getting plus 120 at points bet, average odds plus 118. So looking at this game from the point spread side of things, not a lot of real value. I mean, it's 2.5 across the board. I guess you could be getting a little bit at minus 110. I was just telling a buddy of mine that Washington minus 2.5 just looks too easy. But maybe it is. I'm one of the worst when it comes to trying to predict college football. So don't even try to do it. Instead, look at the EV page, find the bets that are out there. Recommended filters showing you the best bets that are out there all throughout the day. With all of the back testing and historical data that we have. This looks to be a pretty good bet as well. James Madison, Texas State, over 50.5 minus 110. We can take a look at this and we can just see, is this a good bet? So over 50.5 minus 110, we can see the rest of the markets at 51.5. And so when we look at this, we're getting a full point of value on this particular play. So that would be considered a pretty good bet as well, almost 2.7% EV, and you are getting, you're getting a full point of value there. Taking a look at this one, under 2.5 total rounds in this MMA fight. I mean, I have no idea, but when I look at it, minus 140 and the rest of the markets, minus 165, minus 175. I mean, that looks pretty good. So what I'm going to do actually is, if I can find it quick enough, we'll go ahead and we'll build an EV parlay here with those two bets. And so I'll show you, how we can do that. We're going to take the over 50.5. And so we're going to take over 50.5, and then we're going to take under 2.5 for this Silva fight. I mean, I have no idea who either guy is. Definitely will not even watch this. I think this is it. So, round betting. You see how much I know about UFC, how much I even bet on it. Not a whole lot. There it is, over under. So under 2.5 rounds. This is plus 227 parlay. It's an EV parlay because, we're getting over 50.5, we're getting under 2.5. So we'll go ahead and we'll just parlay that. We'll throw $20 on it and we'll place that bet. So now we have a mathematically profitable parlay that we have built as well. Under 2.5 rounds and over 50.5 in the James Madison game. So hit a few bets here. Just wanted to go live, show you guys what was out there. Going to head back up and tune into probably some CFL tonight. We'll take a look out there and see what's going on in that league. Saskatchewan's playing at Winnipeg. Here's an ARB right here, -350 plus 650. Let me just show you something real quick because this is something that a lot of people don't realize. Look at the discrepancy here in what's going on. MGM is -7 plus 7. If you want to bet this game, you can get 14.5 on Barstool. This is just a stupid middle opportunity. If this lands between 8 and 14, you cash both of these. So, you can take Winnipeg -7, you can come back on Saskatchewan plus 14.5. So just an incredible middle opportunity there if you wanted to do that in that particular game. Ottawa and BC tonight. No real opinion on that one. Don't really have much this week in the CFL. I love watching it, but don't really have an opinion on a whole lot of these games. We're getting towards the end of the season. So just wanted to go live, hit some bets for you guys. Appreciate you tuning in. I will be back tomorrow morning, 11 Eastern, going to go live, see if we can find anything out there for college football. And we'll try to hit some more bets. So I'll see you guys in the morning.